Welcome to Share Talk, the only podcast where investors come first.
Today I'm joined by Colin, who's Executive Chairman at Bezant Resources. How are you today, Colin?
I'm very well, Zach. And how are you?
I'm doing fine. There was a new story yesterday, or announcement yesterday from Bezant regarding the Kalengwa Exploration Project. What's going on there at the moment?
Interesting, eh? It was an interesting news release. You know, that pit was quite remarkable. The old pit there worked in the 70s. They took out 2 million tons of ore at 9.44% copper, 9.44% copper. And over 25% of it was over 20%. So what a remarkable pit that was. And I've talked to some sort of eminent geologists, and they're of the opinion that that's probably one of the best examples of an IOCG, iron oxide, copper gold, in Zambia. And the potential is quite big. When we acquired it, Zach, in Bezant, and of course, Bezant has got the great exploration area. It's over 900 square kilometres. And of course, Extract has got the mineral processing for the old dumps. And I think there was a bit of confusion about the two names. So I'll take this opportunity to explain that Extract has got the dumps because they're the mining company as well as exploration. And Bezant has got the greater exploration area. But back to Bezant, quite a few intrusions on the property. We tested one. It got all the smells. And quite frankly, the smells didn't materialise. And we went to this particular place that we reported in the RNS recently. And the first hole has actually repeated, which makes me so pleased, has repeated the sequence of the pit, this very rich pit I've just mentioned. We got, first of all, we got the saprolite. Then we went into the gabbro and the breccias. Then we went into the conglomerate. When a fellow looks at the geology of the pit, that's a mirror image. Now, you will also observe that, that big run started, I think, at about 90 metres and went on to about 200 metres. So there was getting on for 100 metres of continuous mineralisation, which has got to be assayed. But I've seen the pictures, and it's nice stuff there, Zach. But that pointed our geologists, of course, as well, to go back and revisit how the mineralisation occurred in the old pit. And of course, the mineralisation is kind of supergene enrichment into the conglomerate and into the gabbro. And so we were below that supergene enrichment. So the second hole that we're on now, that's a way away. It's quite, a speculative, ambitious hole to test for continuity and to see whether or not we are up in the sequence and therefore may get the supergene enrichment effect. So exciting times again. I'm happy for Bezant. We've been quiet there at Bezant for a while. So, the fly-in is going to start in a very, very, very soon. That's down in Maxless in Namibia. We've got the 137 kilometres to fly. So that's going to be really revealing because Anglo American had the property. They didn't do the geophysics. Neither did JCI. So there you go. You've got a wide open 137 kilometres known copper belt, which really hasn't had the benefit of any real exploration. And you'll know that our base project, Open Gurrup there, they're 2% with significant gold. So 2% copper, there's significant gold. So to have 137 kilometres of it to fly is quite exciting. The objective being hopefully to find something close to surface that we can open pit. But very, very exciting times there.
You've got that vast acreage or that vast area in a sort of £8-9 million company.
That's right. Well, think about it. I mean, Kalengwa is recognised as one of the most prospective copper properties in Zambia. We've got the Open Gurrup, which has already got a York resource, 10 million tonnes, 2% copper. So we've got contained proven copper. We've got 137 kilometres to be explored of the known matchless copper belt. And then for batteries, if you're interested in batteries and tomorrow, which everybody seems to be at the moment, up in Botswana, we've got the manganese copper project, which are reportedly battery grade. So it's an exciting little company. It'll start finding its legs over the next few months.
What are the milestones or the time frame in terms of more exploration here at the Kalengwa project?
Well, at Kalengwa, we're drilling again, Zach. And I think probably quite some months ago, possibly a year ago, when I talked about the Kalengwa, I talked about that 13 kilometers of strike and said that's just what the doctor ordered for today. Outside our boundary, there's a Chinese group working. This 13 kilometers got all the indications of continuous strike. And so what I decided to do before getting into the bog standard, if you like, 13 kilometers, that we test some of these intrusives to see if in actual fact there was a chance of producing a mirror image of the open pit. As I say, the first one we drilled, and didn't drill a lot there, you know the pits are done pretty soon. That didn't work. The next one worked to beauty, and these results you see, at the XRFs that we need now the laboratory verification, but the sequence is identical, and so then it's chase this sequence. But, if this works, this next hole works, Zach, we'll probably drill one more to see if we can get into that supergene. Then if we do mirror image, then the old pit, and of course, back with the old ground geophysics, and let's walk the ground and do an IP survey to find out how big this anomaly is and the extent in all directions. So exciting times, and I'm happy to say that in our second attempt that we found the intrusive, we found the structure which led to this quite remarkable 2 million tons, 9.5% open pit. Fingers crossed. And as I say, that started quite deep, so that's why you're seeing the grades of 1.3, 2%. But near the surface, we're hoping for the supergene. And when you dig a rock at 9.4%, it doesn't take you a long time to build up a lot of copper. That is a lot of copper, say, with 9.5%. At least I'm thinking about it, doesn't it? It really is remarkable.
Okay, I couldn't let you go without having a quick chat about extract. We almost had daily chats of one kind, and I think people probably miss them now. But what's the latest? Is there an update or at least an indication of what's happening there at the moment?
I miss the chats too, of course. As you know, we've finished the program and we're working like Billy-O, taking all of the decisions that we have to take for phase 2. Australia's a busy place at the moment. There's been a lot of corporate and mining company activity. So we're going as fast as we can and collating all the information that we've got. And we're currently, of course, in day 10 of a probably 1.5 months geophysics program. I've actually extended the scope of that. Quite happy with what we see. We've extended the scope of that. That will allow us to do our plotting and planning. As I've said before, I do suspect more than one porphyry. I do suspect it's not a standard stand-up porphyry. In fact, it's already shown us that because it's, as I say, it's inclined, cigar shape and inclined. But I think forget the cigar now and forget the sort of cigar now. It's looking more like a fat pear, PEAR that is. And, we're very pleased, that from phase 1. We're going to plan a very meaningful program for phase 2, aiming at that magical 2 million tons of contained copper. Everything on track. But I can't wait to get a couple of drill machines going again. We're not going to prove what we want to prove with one drill machine. We've got to get 2 drill machines around the clock. And, of course, we've got to get more and more tons in the bag to get that magical 2 million tons of contained copper. And all the indications are that when you look and plan, project, there's certainly scope to get the ground we need and probably more, the tons we need and probably more. If you're a copper bull, as I am, it's very, very nice to be involved in copper projects and copper companies where the fundamentals are coming up trumps.
We look forward to get your next official update on extract, but in the meantime, Colin Bird, Executive Chairman at Bezant Resources, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for listening. Remember to visit our website for more news and other podcasts at www.share-talk.com.